Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, we are in the middle of the month and we're going to do a quick little energy check and to see where you're at, where it's going, how things are going, or maybe even what kind of advice you need to hear right now today, okay? So with that being said, we're going to do a quick mini cross spread, throw some more cards down, and maybe even hit a little bit of numerology to see where all this energy is taking us, okay? So again, this is for all you fire signs out there, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So the theme you're dealing with is the Three of Cups. It's looks like it's something in your relationship and it's just not going very well. So no matter what you try to do, things just are not working out. It's like at one point in time, things are great, and now they're just kind of all over the place. And this card, it feels like, yeah, you're basically passing out your back. It's like you're just done. You're done and you just had enough of it. And what's causing this is the Queen of Coins. It's like you're being controlled by finances. So your other partner is being a little bit heavy-handed with you and not allowing you to really have that freedom that you want. And so rather than having the emotional growth, the emotional support you're looking for, they're coming out with like, well, I'm holding the money, you're not getting none of it, so deal with it. Queen of Coins, right? So it's not nurturing, and this card's all around gluttony. They get what they want, but you don't get what you want. That's what we're feeling here. And what led over to this is the Seven of Coins was that maybe there's a little bit of reckless spending and that things were just being overthought and you didn't know how to really move forward. So rather than talking it through, maybe you made a decision without talking with the other person and it just made things fall apart. And the 7 to 3, it's a 10. So it was a cycle and it had a break. And how to break, the Queen came in and said, I'm done. This could be masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter. But the Queen came in and said, I am done. And so you're always looking at it where did I do enough? Did I cause any problems? Was it me? Was it them? But it doesn't really matter because it's not working right now. 3 of Cups is flipped. And where it's headed is the 7 of Wands is where just feel completely defeated. It's heavy energy. The fire is just kind of out of control right now and you just had enough. And the 5 and the 2s around struggle and the 2s around decision. You get to decide what you're going to do. So maybe you got to step back and really think things through because there's no good in defending a broken position, right? And so remember, this position here on the Rider Waite is all about holding your ground, but it's upside down. So it's kind of like you're at a loss right now. And if you don't be careful, you'll fall on the swords or sticks and you're going to pierce yourself, right? So you got to really start assessing things and trying to work it out. And again, a 7 to 7, these are 7 energies. That's a 14. That's a 5. That's struggle. All right. Now, you kind of know what's going on and you know what caused it. So let's look at the card and see what it says. The Queen of Swords. It's almost like fighting fire with fire. It's like you just want what you want at any cost. It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there. And you see the card, battle, fire. It's just complete chaos. It's complete wreckage after a massive brawl. And you know that it was caused because the communication is just faltered. There is none. And because of that, you went all in and just tore it up. And how's it working out for you? Like, seriously, is it working out? It isn't working out. And the thing that's kind of run underneath this is the shadows that you think that people are always going to be there for you so that you can get away with that bad behavior, and you can't. So even though the sun is up right now, it doesn't always stay like that, does it? Because the sun has to set. And good times do come to an end. That's a 19, a 1 on energy. So you're all trying to come up with new ways of doing things. Situation here, thinking that you can get what you want out of it, the 9. And then that goes back to a 10, which means the cycle breaks. So this person's like, I'm done. You're not happy because you can't get what you want. And so rather than always trying to be the one in control, let go a little bit, fire, right? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, very fiery, because you were happy. That's always saying, well, things are going to be okay. They're always going to give it to me, but at what cost? Because fighting is just not worth it. It doesn't lead to anything except total destruction and total chaos, right? You can't build a healthy relationship like this. So it's telling you to just really back off right now and don't keep feeding it, right? Kill the ego. Give in. Don't hold the ground. Just give in. Stop fighting. It isn't worth it. All it's going to do is lead to resentment. And that's a 7 energy too. 7's telling you to step back, weigh the options, and move forward, right? How do you move forward? Communicate, right? When I see the 3 of Cups here, I always tell people there's 3 sides to the truth. Yours, theirs, in the middle. Well, even though both people are kind of like fighting queens and queens, if somebody doesn't stop and stop trying to win, then the growth and happiness you have in a relationship dies. And then they leave because they're always not going to be around. All right. Now we're going to pull a couple cards from the Prison Oracle. I just picked this deck up and I really like it. It's a really cool deck. So here we go. Let's pull a couple of advice cards to see what it has to say for us today. All right. Ghost. It's kind of like telling you to be quiet. And because it's gray, it's all around wisdom. So use your wisdom to kind of stop before it gets out of control. Don't let it get to the point where it's complete destruction and utter chaos. All that leads to is just pain and agony and just a fight. And is that really worth it? Is that what you want? Is a fight all the time? So ghost. Just ghost. Step out. Walk away. That's what it's kind of saying. It's not saying the ghost of person. Just walk away. Ghost it. Don't react. Right? Give in a little bit. Didn't I just say ghost it? Well, that's the space. Give it some space. If you don't give it space, what happens? The fight continues. You end up just hating each other and turns into total, utter chaos. Okay? So give space. Because if you don't, what happens? Anxiety kicks in. Don't you feel the anxiety in these cards? Total recklessness, just brawling. Is it worth it? So if you don't get the space, then anxiety is just going to overwhelm and take over everything. And what does that lead to? Keeps you up at night, keeps you arguing. So it's time to stop and just let things be for a bit so you can find your balance with each other so you can get this 3 of Cups turned back around. So you're not leaking energy, you're collecting it, right? And you can then grow together and communicate and have a wonderful outcome. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pull some dice here. And we're going to use these 4 colors. And the way it works is passion, mind, emotions, and the earth, everything materialized. Okay, so it's saying that emotionally you got to find some stability of 4 because you're out of control. You got to reel it back and work with the other person to find that stability in your relationship, because if you don't, the thing's just going to totally fall apart, right? And then finances, right? The Queen of Coins, you have a 10 here. It's a cycle. So you got to start trying things different so you can break the bad way of doing things to open up new ways to work with somebody. So when you want to 7 of Coins, it's all about money. When you want to do something, rather than just doing it off the cuff, work with them. Break the cycle of how you used to think and do it a different way. Which is, it's funny, the mind's a 2 by making good decisions. Right? You have to choose to change. You have to choose to do things differently. It doesn't matter what they want, it's what you do. I know with the fire energy can be very erratic sometimes. And then here you have a 13. And this maps back down to a 4 energy, which is what? 4 fire, 4 of wands. What card do we pull here? 7 of wands. So you have to find stability by assessing, analyzing, not fighting, not always going on the attack. That's why it's upside down, saying, whoa, you don't need to defend, you just got to stop. 13. What energy is? Find new ways to 3, communicate so you can grow, and then find the stability in your desires for one another. Because if you don't, then it's just utter chaos continuing. That's something I know that you're not going to want, because who the hell wants to fight all the time? It just doesn't work, right? It just causes nothing but chaos and contention. Anyway, that's my reading. If you want a personal reading for you, head over to wordofthetwist.com and book a reading, and I'm there waiting for you. Anyway, that's all I got. I want to see my next reading. All right. Bye, everybody.